Hey everyone, we're back with more Tales of the Abyss. Look, it's a couple of antiques reminiscing about prehistoric times. Sorry, 10 gauge, you and Jeremy can't date then. You're both over 30, so as you know, senior citizens shouldn't date.
So everyone caught in the avalanche here managed to get out alive?
Apparently so.
Why would the Major be cooperating with Mohs? Their goals were completely opposite.
They've already cooperated several times. Perhaps it suits their respective purposes. Or they may both simply be using one another.
Mohs thinks the God Generals follow him, but the God Generals seem to have other ideas.
What's this? ND 1999, in commemoration of the birth of my daughter, Meryl.
What is it, Luke? Find something?
No, just some trash.
Uh-huh.
Meryl, that was Natalia's real name, right? The birth year is the same, too.
I'm sorry, we stopped because of all my chatter. Let's hurry onward.
Obtained Locket. This game actually doesn't have a lot of bosses. Natalia, you were born in the month of Rem, 1999, weren't you? Yes. Oh, are you going to give me a present? Huh? Come to think of it, the last time she had a birthday, we were wandering around Malkuth. Oh yeah, just after Tyr and I were blown all the way over there. I'll be looking forward to a lovely present. I was just trying to check the date on the locket. Locket? Nothing. Never mind. Jimmy, would you date a locket? You know what? I kind of want to get a locket or a pocket watch now and keep a picture of myself in it. That way when people find it, they get really confused. Or just think I'm an extreme narcissist.
No sign of the jewel here, either. Is that sword the key of Lorelei? You again!
Ash, please tell us, where is Lorelei being kept? Is Van still alive?
You can contact Lorelei, right? You know where it is, don't you? No, I haven't heard Lorelei since the land was lowered. It won't respond to me either. So it's no use, even to an original.
In that case, would you at least tell us what you know?
Ash, please?
From the start, Lorelei has wanted to be freed from the core. Lorelei contacted us because it thought staying in the core would harm the planet.
That's what Lorelei was saying when it inhabited Tyr's body.
So Lorelei is being held within the planet's core?
No, not anymore. It disappeared from the core when you defeated Van. Then where? During our final contact, Lorelei said it had been trapped inside Van.
So my brother is alive.
But the Commandant was really hurt. How could he have possibly...
I don't know, but Van's absorbed Lorelei into his body. The seventh phonon has the power to heal. I suppose Van was lucky.
So freeing Lorelei means freeing it from within Van?
That's right. Lorelei wants to leave Aldrin's gravity and become the seventh layer of the phone belt. I'm looking for the jewel of Lorelei to help make that happen. This sword won't work as the key without the jewel inlaid into it. Oh, yeah, Lorelei said to use the key to free it.
Just like in Yulia's legends, you imbue the key with the essence of Lorelei and guide it to the phone belt.
But where is the jewel? It's your fault! If you had gotten the key from Lorelei, none of this would have happened. Me? It must have flown out through one of the Sephiroth. The God Generals are looking for it too. If those bastards get to the key first, we won't be able to set Lorelei free.
If we can't free Lorelei, the planet storm will grow stronger to create more seventh phonons.
Destroying the world.
Exactly. Ash, wait up! Where are you going? The jewel wasn't here either. I'm looking somewhere else. then we'll look with you. I have no intention of getting friendly with a replica. It's because I'm just a replica that I need your help. Do you really think you have any right to say that?
Stop it. This is no time for the two of you to be arguing.
I'm going on to the next Sephiroth. That's the only way I'll find the jewel you failed to receive. You all do whatever you want. I suppose I could let you know if I find something.
Let's leave the jewel to Ash and head on to Baticul to look for that scorer, shall we?
Fine. So once again, Ash and I go our separate ways. Why does it always end like this?
Don't you realize?
Huh?
Never mind.
They're the same. Just like Jeremy and William are not the same. What if I had Wayne's Borderopoly picture in it? What's wrong, guy? Oh, I was just thinking about Luke. What about Master? He still doesn't realize that he's part of the reason Ash gets so angry. Luke overdoes everything, doesn't he? Too arrogant, too excited, too depressed, too repentant. Yeah, he treated Mew pretty horribly, too. No, it wasn't. Master was just playing with me. It was fun. God damn, you're dumb, Mew. That's not playing, Mew. You can't just... Master even gave me a name. It made me so happy. Yeah, I guess it's not a bad name, is it? Thing. It's great. Do you suppose Mew's been infected by Luke? No, he's overdoing it too. Yes, poor Thing. He's so easily fooled. Fucking Mew thought Thing was his name. Clearly it's bothering him, guys, so maybe you should explain it, you twat waffle. Yeah. So one thing I've noticed in Tales games, really a lot of JRPGs, is there's so many things that could be dealt with if characters just talk to each other and explain shit. Which is actually the plot of Supernatural. Don't get me wrong, I love Supernatural. It's one of my favorite shows on TV. But, well, was on TV anyway. But holy crap, so many of those seasons could have been avoided if the characters just fucking talk to each other. Hey Vector! How you doing? Welcome. So we got through Mount Saleho and we're not in time to save Ion, who read the planet's score and gave Luke a final score reading that basically told Luke that he has to kill, become a mass murderer, and then he died so that Luke couldn't ask him about it. And now we followed Ash to Mount Rainiel again. You know what I've noticed about this Tales game? There are not anywhere near as many boss fights. Yeah, and he was forcing Annis to get him to report to him by threatening Annis's parents. So she was reporting on everything we did, save them. Yeah. Guy was upset that he failed Luke by getting him to grow up the way he did, but then giving the opportunity to start correcting that by explaining things to Luke, he doesn't do it. too easy. I might replay this at some point to do the side stuff that I didn't do, just to like show it. But like I said, there's a lot of stuff that I just bypass because my focus is the main story. So because of the nature of how I go through the game like that, I tend to miss some stuff, but that's okay. I will tell you this, guys. One thing I didn't realize playing this the first time is just how much they get you to go back to previous areas that you've been to before once you get to the third act, which is actually very similar to Tales of Legendia, only not nearly as long. Tales of Legendia was far worse in that not only did you have to go through the same dungeons again, you had to go all the way through them. The monsters were new, but they weren't new. They were stronger versions of monsters you fought before. And yeah, and you had to run out of the dungeons too. They usually didn't tell you to teleport you out. Tales of Legendia is easily the Tales of the Abyss came out after Legendia. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure Legendia was like 2003, 2004. Abyss was 2005, I think.
What's with all the commotion?
Okay, Tales of Legendia was August 2005, okay. And Tales of the Abyss was December 15th, 2005. Okay, so they're both 2005. But you gotta remember too, this Tales of Legendia wasn't made by the same team, so they probably had them being made concurrently by two separate teams.
Hey, what happened?
They arrested that criminal Mohs and brought him in from Doth.
What?
But then he got away. They're closing off the perimeter and starting a citywide search.
Which means that Mohs is still somewhere within Baticul.
All right, let's search for Mohs too.
That bastard Mohs, we're gonna get him! Yeah! Everyone, if you don't cool down. That filthy coward doesn't deserve to be called a holy anything! It's time to avenge Ion. Even Tears lost her composure. Well, I do understand their feelings. But we need to remain calm, now more than ever, right? Exactly. Alright, if I remember correctly, this guy's over at the port. So the Legendia is probably your favorite setting. The idea of being a society and world built upon a floating wreck of an advanced ship is really interesting. Yeah, I like that too. That was super cool.
I can't afford to be captured here with Eldrant almost arisen.
The fuck is Eldrant?
Stop, Mohs!
Turn yourself into the Order of Lorelei and face the consequences of your crimes.
Please, those who must atone for their crimes are you fools who would ignore the score. I am right. How can you not understand?
Of course you are, Grand Maestro.
Ah, Dist.
Dist, perhaps I ought to have left you permanently frozen.
Silence you! You always break your promises. You never play fair.
Now, Mohs, let's leave this riffraff behind and proceed to Eldrant.
Wait, Dist. The power of the Phone Master shall be mine, here and now.
Perhaps the austere majesty of Eldrant would make a more fitting stage.
I'll reveal my new might to these fools who have lost sight of how the world should be.
In that case, by all means.
Dist, what are you thinking? That art!
Silence! Mohs has decided this for himself. You have no right to interfere.
What the hell?
It's just like my eyes. He's strengthening his phonic arts by inscribing a phonic glyph on himself to gather phonons. But that's the phonic glyph to gather the 7th phonon.
But if that's inscribed on someone who can't use the 7th phonon, every phonon in their body would mutate.
Ah! Dist! What have I become?
Your body has simply taken a more suitable form to prevent your 7th phonons from going out of control. Have no fear. Your powers are now truly those of a phone master.
Oh, I can feel it surging within me. So this is the power of Yulia. I'm heading straight to Eldrin from here. See that you follow shortly.
It appears his legs did not modify at all.
To think a human could become something so hideous.
When the 7th phonon is implanted in one who cannot use it, his body rejects it, leading to madness.
Mohs desired the power of a phone master above all else. I'm sure he won't mind. Personally, I'm satisfied to perform experiments regardless of the subject.
Fuck you, Dist.
So that bastard Mohs would become a monster to protect the score.
Speaking of the score, where did that traveler giving illegal readings go?
Perhaps he's moved on to a new city. We should report to the Order about him. And Mohs.
That's fine, but who's in charge of the Order of Lorelei these days?
I'm not
Probably
sure.
trust them.
Perhaps it's grandfather now.
Nobody in Doth has any idea of what's going on. I say we talk to Teodoro.
You're right. Ugh, what's going to happen to the Order?
Past and the present. Dish should have known what would happen if someone tried to control the 7th phonon by force. But for someone to turn into that, how can that happen? That technology for bringing phonons into the body, I invented that as a child as well. Wow, you really do make everything! I wish I could go back in time and kill myself as a newborn. Oh, that was unexpected. I keep coming up with such troublesome things. That would suck. If you did that, Luke and I wouldn't have even been born. That's true. I suppose I can't change the past. Vector says, Dith and Mohs are perfect for each other. They're both fucking bastards. It's true. You're in charge of the Order now, Jeremy? Alright, so what are you gonna do, then? Can you read the score?
Sorry, as long as we're in Baticul, I'd like to go see His Majesty.
Oh, you're right. Yes, let's go.
Well, that didn't work. It's not like I can mention this locket in front of Natalia.
Luke, we're leaving now.
Yeah.
Jade depends on the rest of the game. Spends the rest of the game inventing a time machine so he can go back in time and kill his newborn self. I cannot read the score. The Order shall instead partake in hamburgers. So, when mankind inevitably wipes itself out, I do hope that the recipe for hamburgers survives into the new age. In fact, guys, can we please create a way to just preserve things like hamburgers? We need the recipe for bread and, you know, like, how to make a hamburger using any type of meat, really. That way, when humans are gone, the next breed can
actually,
decipher it
I
and...
kind of want to meet with His Majesty alone.
My, what's wrong? Is it something we shouldn't know about?
Well, not exactly.
You're such a bad liar. Just tell her.
Guy!
Truth is, Natalia, he's got a letter of a personal nature from Emperor Peony.
But why hide it?
This is highly confidential. His Imperial Majesty is considering making you his bride.
Me? But I've got Luke. And Ash, too, I suppose. Oh, what to do?
You're too young to be thinking about three ways, Natalia. Don't do
Natalia, you can't have both. No fair.
it. Fucking ass.
Anyway, he asked that the letter get to your father without you knowing.
Now I understand. Very well. I'll be waiting here.
Natalia received the popular princess title.
Thank you for understanding. Well, Luke, shall we?
Huh? No, but I was going to go alone.
Now, don't be stubborn. Let's go.
Just carrying him in there.
And we're coming too.
Right.
Hold on. Guy, Jade, Annis, fine. Tyr?
I'm sorry, it just kind of happened.
It's that locket you found on Mount Ronil, isn't it?
Yeah. I guess you noticed.
You were standing there staring at some locket you found looking like somebody just died.
He's right. Sometimes one just can't help being curious.
Oh, they were lying to her.
Yep.
Just don't tell Natalia.
What's going on, Luke? I don't see Natalia with you.
Your Majesty, please take a look at this.
This is...
I don't know what Natalia looked like as a baby, so I thought maybe Your Majesty could...
This is Natalia. I'm almost certain of it. Where did you find this?
On Mount Ronil, at the spot where we and the God Generals were caught in that avalanche.
I think I've seen that before. I could have sworn that Largo...
Are you sure? Well, Largo is about the only possible candidate, but...
I hear that Natalia's childhood wet nurse is away on leave. I hear she's now working for Aster in Cassidonia. Try to speak with her.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Do you plan to tell Natalia?
What would Your Majesty have us do?
I don't know. Perhaps it would be best to tell her. But if it is indeed Largo...
We'll report to Your Majesty again once we have a solid answer.
Thank you. Luke, what's with all this Your Majesty business? It's unlike you.
Well, I'm just a replica.
Oh, don't be foolish. You're still a nephew to me.
Yes, sir.
This is quite a surprise. To think that Natalia could be Largo's daughter.
Why is Cassidonia pronounced Cassidonia? Looks like it should be pronounced Cheesedonia. Good question.
Nothing is sure yet.
But it will be so hard for her if it is true.
So, are we going to Cassidonia? Be careful. Natalia will catch on eventually.
What about that score performing illicit readings? How about we tell her we heard the score was headed for Cassidonia?
But what about actually finding
Nice. Natalia should go along with that.
But we're going to have to tell her sometime, right? She'll probably be really hurt.
Yes. It's hard to face one's own blood as an enemy.
Right. And Natalia in particular has a fragile side to her that makes me worry.
So, instead of actually finding out where this guy is, they're like, you know what, let's just say he's headed to Cassidonia. All this heavy talk is really getting me down. Yeah, it sure is depressing. Yeah. You all look so gloomy. When you go outside, Natalia will know what's up. Indeed, life has its ups and downs after all. But it's Largo. Then what about it, Tyr? Oh yeah, the Commandant is her brother, isn't he? Now is not the time for such thoughts. We need to be calm and rational. Yeah, after all, it's not us the truth will hurt the most. It's Natalia. Hang on a sec, guys. Alright. Right, we gotta go downstairs. I keep forgetting that this castle's built stupidly and that you have to go down these, like, tiny stairs to get there. So, have any of you in chat played Xenogears? I know we did play Xenogears on stream, but the third act of Tales of the Abyss reminds me a lot of Disc 2 in in Xenogears. Now, Xenogears Disc 2 is infinitely worse in its presentation because, well, it's got the story. The way they told the story was extremely rushed. Tales of the Abyss is not rushed per se, but
So, what did Father have to say?
it's a lot of jumping from area to area and just talking. There's not a lot of boss fights. There's not a lot of, like, really anything that goes on a lot of the time.
Oh, he talked about how you had Ash and all.
Ash? So Father is thinking of Ash and me? But then you...
No. I meant he said Ash or me. Either one.
More importantly, we heard that traveling scorer has headed to Chesedonia. We're already going in that direction. Let's follow him.
I see. Perhaps he'll move straight on to Malkuth from there. Perhaps we could delay our report to Teodoro until after Chesedonia then.
Sure, of course.
All right. Let's see what we find in Chesedonia.
You're an amazing liar, Colonel. Your smile hasn't budged.
Oh, I assure you, I'm crying on the inside, racked with guilt.
God, I love Jade. He's so ridiculous. Jade's such a funny character. Okay, so, guys. I have a few side quests that I did want to do. And I think we can start one now. I don't know if we'll finish it before the end of the game, because I'm pretty sure it takes a while and I might forget to do some steps. But the first step, I think, is available now. So I'm going to stop by there real quick just to see. And then we'll go to Chesedonia. Because I'm pretty sure this gets a skill for Jade, and Jade's already super fucking powerful, so getting him stronger skills is a... I wonder whether Father will choose Luke or Ash. Why don't you get to choose? Huh? That should be up to you, right? Ash with a zillion wrinkles from a hard life, or Luke with a zillion wrinkles from moping around all day. Whatever floats your boat. It's more like wrinkles from getting mad at stupid chicks. So which do you like, Natalia? That is, you can't expect me to answer that. Besides, it's Father that will decide, not me. It'll be Ash anyway. Don't worry about me. The arrangement was with the original Luke. Nobody said anything about that. But perhaps I don't like either Luke or Ash. She likes Tyr. Huh, so what, Guy then? Or maybe even the Colonel. Hey, stop teasing her. Look how troubled she is. Boo! Love is what girls always talk about. Nope, Natalia's gonna end up with Tyr. I support that. And it's you're like 10, this is creepy. I think she's supposed to be 12, but still, that doesn't make it any better, so. but I'm pretty sure she is supposed to be 12. Okay, so I think I want to go in here and then up here and talk to Sesamon. If I'm right, this guy should have something for Jade. Is something troubling you, sir? It's you. You always show up at the perfect time, as if you'd calculated it. I don't quite understand, but I'll take it as a compliment. At any rate, I want to borrow your brain for a bit, if you don't mind. Certainly. This sort of thing is really McGovern's specialty, but I'm sure you can handle it. Take a look at this. An ancient scroll. And this is the impact of the Outer Land's descent into the cliff-off exposed land strata north of Grand Kokma. This was found there. It's an ancient Hispanian, but appears to be a sonnet. But it's meaningless and poorly written. What's it say? I'll read it aloud. The paradise is disturbed, and despair doth enshroud the world. Why doth the people become as beasts, and bathe in blood? This power is naught but a weapon. To one of wisdom I entrust my 3 powers and declare them forbidden verse. The cluster of ice that doth shine like silver sleeps at the base of soil. It is the universal principle that sparkles in the desert. The great power that doth sleep at the foot of the frozen mountain is the embrace of heartless silver that doth carve barren wilds. The sword of judgment is the wedge of the tides of the southern sea. The rainbow of the swamp doth illuminate he who seeketh knowledge, and shines down the 7-colored light upon the mountain path. Heaven's wrath doth fall upon the land of the children of divinity. Innumerable are the stars that shake the surface of the shallow river. Upon the island of spiritual mystery, bow down before heaven's power. I didn't understand a word of that, but phonons are radiating out of that scroll. If we are able to break the code or whatever it is, I suspect we'll uncover some sort of sealed power. I see. Yes, this is definitely Field Marshal McGovern's area of expertise. You think you could take on the task of deciphering this for me? Understood. Just in case, I'll leave a copy in my room. Alright. Aw, shit, you guys let Carbine get away. I'm just gonna get out of Malkuth here, guys, and then we're going to take a break. We still got about an hour and a half left to stream, so we got lots that we can do. I might even go on a little longer tonight, today, just because I started quite a bit later than usual. We'll see. We're making really decent progress through the game right now, so making a little pit stop to get Jade an extra skill isn't that big of a deal. Is that the way out, or was that just the dock? That's just the dock. Okay. So I'm going to save here, and then we will take a quick break, come back, and play some more. Don't go anywhere, guys. We got more Tales of the Abyss for you.